Hey.
See you. I've always looked up to you in the speaking arena, right? You are my mentor. You've always been my mentor. And every time I see you speaking, it's like, okay, he's engaging the audience, right? You show up, you engage the audience. He's funny. He says his message, right? He really gets through it. And then he leaves, and I miss him. It's like you leave the audience missing you.
That's awesome.
It's a pleasure to have you here because you were really a hero for me. Every time I am speaking, I think of you and the things I've learned with you. And I know I apply those things and have made me become more secure, more, much better speaker.
Yeah.
So I am so happy that you were here and I'm interviewing you. Right. Have you ever been afraid of public speaking?
It's weird. I have the same physical reaction that anybody does. When you're going to jump up in front of 50 or 100 people, there's a little something that goes on in your stomach, right? And most people go, oh, that's nerves, that's butterflies, that's fear in my stomach. But for me, I just go, ooh, there's the energy I need, So I feel that same thing. It's just something else for me. It's not fear. It's energy that you need to be animated and exciting.
I love that. It has always been this way since you started?
Yeah. Well, I started speaking after I did improv on stage for years. So I was used to being in front of people and not having something, right? Because improv is made up from nothing. So I got really used to being on stage and not having anything to hold on to except to make stuff up. And so I got good at that. So I wasn't afraid then. So when I started speaking, I never had any fear. It's just like, oh, I'm on stage, right? And if I forgot what I'm going to say or I don't know what to do next, that's fine. I'm used to not having something. I can go from here.
I love it, and I resonate with it because I've always also loved theater and dance. So being on the stage for me, so it's not like super scary. So I would say like for some people that don't have this background or the experience with theater and being more outgoing like we are, and they're very shy, that their natural personality is like, okay, I don't really want to do this, but you need to because you're now, you have a business, you have a big reason that you need to connect with others and speak for a large group, but then you're totally shaking. So how would you help somebody, coach someone to break through this fear?
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of things. One, first thing you need to know is people are for you. Nobody really wants you to do badly. They're not going, oh, I hope she messes up. Nobody's like wringing their hands going, oh, I hope this goes badly, right? They honestly want the best. They want you to be entertaining and engaging and such. And not that makes it a higher bar. It's just we fear that people are going to not like us. We fear that they're against us for some reason. It's like me versus the audience. And it's not. They're for you. They want you to do well. And that's just a mindset you have to get behind. That will help you a ton. The other piece of it is people think I'm talking to a mob, right? I'm talking to this audience and it's a big mass of people. And every single person there is just one person sitting in a chair. They don't think of themselves as an audience. They don't think of themselves as one of a mob, one of a group. Each one is just a single person sitting there looking at you, talking to you. And so forget that it's a mob, forget that it's a group, and just talk to one person at a time, right? Pick a person and say a sentence. Pick another person and have a thought. And then you're just having a one-on-one conversation. You just happen to be sharing that amongst people. But they're not an audience. They're not a group. They're not a mob. Each person is a single one person. All you have to do is connect with one at a time.
This is huge. And I remember you have said that to me. And that made a whole difference for me, difference in speaking. Because before I was like, oh, looking out there, like I'm speaking to the group. But when I really connect, and not only connect with one person, because in the beginning I remember I had this tendency to always go to that person who is perhaps smiling at me,
right?
Or kind of not doing this with their head. And then I'm like, okay. Then I tend to speak only to that person, forget the rest. It was kind of a practice. So there's an element of practice so that you come to that level of comfort. But then I also remember that when I was practicing, when you taught me that, I used to put like a picture of one of my favorite clients on the video or anywhere. I would put that picture and say, I'm speaking to Kimberly. I'm speaking to, you know, Patricia. And I'm like, and then they are listening to me. They're resonating. That made me more comfortable.
And you know they like you. And if they were really there, they'd be smiling and nodding.
Yeah. And another thing, too, is that when we are in the audience, watching speakers, like speaking, that's how we are. We're like, give me. I mean, listen to you. And like I said, no, I'm not like that. I want to see you make a mistake, huh? Right? You're not really doing that. So that's really important.
And then the other person that you see, like you just said, you see somebody smiley or nodding, you tend to go to them. And that's fine as long as you share with other people too. But it's nice to find a couple of people in the audience that are resonating with you. Like that just pumps you up and makes you feel better. So have a couple of people that you call champions and do talk to them, and that's fine. But the other person is, maybe you do have somebody who's got their arms crossed, right? They have a little sneer on their face or something like that, and you go, oh, I'm not reaching that person. I'm not getting them. You don't know that's true.
Yes, of course not.
They could just have a face.
Maybe, maybe he's got a belly pain or a headache or he's talking with his wife or whatever is the problem.
Right. And so it's not that they don't like you. It's, you know, probably, you know, and you can spend a little bit of effort on talking to that one person, right, to try and bring them in, but don't waste your whole time trying to win that one person at the expense of everybody else.
Exactly, exactly. Some people fear also, like, they may interrupt you in the middle of your presentation or ask you a question that will throw you off because it was not on your script. You didn't practice to answer that question, and that can take people off a little. So what would you say in that case?
That one's harder for me because with the improv background, I'm just used to that. I'm just completely used to not knowing what's next. And if somebody throws something at me, it's just like, oh, I can deal with that. So I haven't had to personally really figure out how will I deal with a heckler or how will I deal with a bad, you know, questioner. But sometimes people are asking a question or they're making a noise or they're doing something just because they want some attention, you know? And so you can acknowledge them. If you're not prepared to answer the question right now, say, you know, oh, I hear your question. I understand what you're looking for. I can answer it at the end. Or you can even say, talk to me afterwards, because it's a good question. It's just not appropriate for what we're doing right now. And then they feel heard and they feel like they're going to get their question answered, and then they can be quiet.
Toby, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all your wisdom with us. And for you that you're watching this video, I want to let you know that Toby is a master team building coach for big corporations. He's traveling all over America, and he's also an amazing speaker. So if you want to be coached or call Toby to do a team building in your company, just get in touch with Toby Martini. And if you need coaching with me, our information is going to be right below this video. Thank you so much, Toby, and namaste.
Namaste.